The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Hello everybody out there, thanks for listening to my show tonight, All Aboard, live here on Armed Radio. My name's Donald Whisman, and my regular host couldn't make it tonight, so tonight I've got some special guests. I've got Jim Bell and Paul Daniels. They also do a live show on Armed Radio every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. East, every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, called Pod Talk. That stands for Politically Offensive Talk. And I'm here with Les Skymo tonight, and he also does a live show on Armed Radio every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The name of his show is Unscheduled. So it's like a reunion. We've all done these shows together in the past, so we're coming back tonight. You guys want to say hello? Go ahead. And
hello.
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 But
you said say hello.
Hey.
Right. Hello,
How many ways can you say hello in English?
Oh, we should have done it like the Three Stooges.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, this is the gang everybody's got to listen to for the next hour, so they're all good guys. I mean, I love them all to death. I love everybody, but as always, you guys, I want to send my prayers out to all the men and women serving in our military, and I always want to send a big thank you out to our country's veterans, past and present. Job well done, guys. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And
yeah, same here.
Also, if you support President Trump and you consider yourself a patriot, please join my Facebook group, or I'll call it our Facebook group. It's called Trump 2020 ! Just don't forget the exclamation point. That's Trump 2020 ! And we will be taking calls tonight, so write this number down. But don't call in. Give us a half hour, 40 minutes before you start calling in. We'll do that towards the end of the show. And the number is 1-800-508-5431. I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind. And as Les always says, silence is consent. That's something I picked up from you, Les, over the time I've done. Yeah, it's I love that. You told me that. We'll get into that in a little bit, but I got a couple patriotic quotes. I always do this at the beginning of the show. I didn't last week because we had a guest on, but my first quote, it says, "My dream is of a place and a time where America will once again be seen as the last best hope of Earth." That was written by, or said by, Abraham Lincoln. Well, President Lincoln, you was the first Republican president in our country, and I think our current president is making what you said come true. And my next patriotic quote, it's a kind of a short one. It says, "The patriot's blood is the seed of freedom's tree." That was written by, or said by, Thomas Campbell. I don't even know who that is, but I liked it, so I wrote it down. Well, all right, you guys, you ready?
One of them old guys.
Thomas Campbell. I don't even know who he is.
I believe it's an English-Irish name.
I think he had a soup company.
Yeah,
okay.
He did. His family made it big.
I was going to look him up, but my mind ain't. I haven't really felt good all week. I've been down, and that's why I didn't plan a whole lot for this week. Normally I've got a lot of stuff planned, but you guys know this is going to be my last show before the 4th of July. Now, tomorrow is Independence Day, you guys. We became an independent nation. I mean, some people says our country was formed before them, but I think our country didn't start until our founding fathers signed that Declaration of Independence, you guys.
I agree.
I mean, think about it. Paul, Jimmy, Les. I mean, our founding fathers, we had 13 colonies back in and on July 4th, 1776. 13 little colonies, and it was always rumored that only 3% of the population stood up. They stood up, you guys, and they told, at that time in 1776, Great Britain was one of the most powerful nations on this planet at that time.
The most powerful.
The most powerful.
Right.
And these little 13 colonies, Les, Jimmy, Paul, they stood up. just like that intro song. We're not going to take it. And they signed that Declaration of Independence. And I'll tell you guys what, Les, Jimmy, Paul, if those guys would have signed that Declaration of Independence and they'd have lost that Revolutionary War, those men would have been hung for treason. They would have been
absolutely.
They would have,
absolutely.
And,
there was plenty of them hung anyway when they was captured. Yeah, they hung in the woods.
Brought over to England.
Anywhere, you know, yeah.
Isn't the Netherlands helped us in the Revolutionary War? Didn't we? Or was it Denmark? Or was that the same?
Say that again, Jimmy?
What was that? But anyway,
I'm not sure, Jimmy. I'm not sure about that.
But Les,
the Netherlands.
That's where the Pilgrims came from, the Netherlands.
Oh, you know, I kind of always thought they came from all different places. I'm not sure you guys.
Well, the Netherlands is where they left from.
Isn't that where Ben Franklin went over and got a $10 million loan?
No, it was John Adams went to the Netherlands.
Now,
John Adams went to the Netherlands. He got a $10 million loan, and the rest of the Constitutional Congress was pissed because they said, you can't run in a deficit. You can't run a country that way. And he said, if I don't get this money, we won't have a country.
Now, didn't Franklin go to France too? Like Les said,
France.
Oh yeah.
And I know they shipped us a lot of guns and stuff over. I don't know if they actually sent fighting
a lot of
here.
men.
And they did send the naval force, didn't they? When they pinned Cornwallis.
Yes,
down?
they did. They took the naval force out of the Caribbean during hurricane season and brought it up towards, New York and New England and stuff.
I mean, you guys, I'm going to tell you right now, and you guys can even guess along with this, but since tomorrow is the 4th of July, well, I'll tell you what, but I've got a list here I'm going to read in a few seconds of every battle this country, every war this country's fought, and I've got a list of how many people actually died in battle. Not there was more people that died in the wars, but I'm talking about soldiers who died in battle. And we'll do that here in a second. But you guys tonight, since tomorrow is the 4th of July, unless you got a great, you got a great day tomorrow on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
And I hope you play.
Oh, shit, that's right.
Yeah,
yes, you do.
Tomorrow, 4th of July, that would be awesome.
Do you want to do it tomorrow? Tomorrow night I got some fireworks I could see. Not to mention, it's hot as hell in here.
That's up to you guys. That's not in it, but I think it's a great time.
Oh, Leslie's gotta do a show. He wants to do a 4th of July show.
All right.
But anyway,
just sit in your underwear and do it, Jimmy. You can take it, brother.
Yeah, there you go.
Get Paul.
Oh, that'd be great.
Just fan you.
I will be in my air-conditioned house.
But honestly, I would love to do a show on the 4th of July. I'm lucky enough to be doing one tonight on the 3rd, the eve of 4th. But I love the 4th, you guys. It seems like a lot of people really show their patriotism, but I wish they showed their patriotism just a little bit more than just once or twice a year. But out of respect for
year round,
I'm going to go ahead and play the national anthem. I think it's just music, but I just want to go ahead and play it, just out of respect for all the men and women who's died in battle, who served our country. This is for you guys. It may take a second to start.
Better rip, brother.
All right.
Yep.
This means a lot to me, this song does, you guys.
All right.
Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Yes.
Who in their right mind could sit or kneel during that great national anthem, you guys? It's
right.
a shame. It is a shame. Everything that's happened over this last year with all the football and all them players doing that's a shame. Anybody to kneel to that beautiful song.
Well, let me say this, Donald.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
You know, when I hear other countries' national anthems, I don't know who they are unless I'm watching the Olympics. But you know what? That song right there is known worldwide. People that don't even speak a lick of English, anywhere in the world, they hear that song, they know it's American, brother.
Yep, absolutely.
But you guys,
I know the Canadian national anthem a little.
do you really?
Oh, Canada.
Is it sound something like that? So,
no, it's wicked long. I don't know. It's like 4 minutes.
you guys remember who wrote the national anthem, don't you? Come on now.
Francis Scott Key.
Scott Key.
Do you know where he wrote it at? What was he
wrote
doing?
it in the
Fort
belly of the
Sumter.
ship, a prisoner ship.
He was trying to get the prisoners released, remember? And
Yeah.
I just wish everybody in this country, and you know, the colleges, they're not teaching kids real history. I'm going to call them kids because I'm going on 50 years old. Anybody in college is a kid. But anyway, let's get back to this here. Now, these are Americans who have died in battle. Now, I'm going to start with these wars, and I'll let you guys even guess it. We'll do, like you guys said, we'll let Les guess first. We'll let Les guess. Then I guess we'll
Thank
go
you, Donald.
Les, Paul, then Jimmy. All right. We'll start
Les
off.
Paul.
Okay.
Hey,
Guitarist.
that's a guitar, ain't it?
Yes, it
Les
is.
Paul, it's a very expensive guitar.
Sure.
Yes, it
Gibson,
is.
made by Gibson.
Now,
Yes.
now you guys, especially you guys, you older guys, if I miss a war, please tell me. But these
All right.
are soldiers, Americans, who died in battle. Now, there's a lot more who died. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Are
Other
you talking
things.
about a battle or a war? There's a lot of battles.
Well, a lot of battles, yes. But during the war, who actually
talking
died
about
in
wars.
battle?
In
In wars,
Yeah.
in battles.
Okay.
All right, so we're starting at the beginning
Well,
and
I'm
going
starting at the
forward.
beginning. The first war our country ever had was the Revolutionary War, you guys. And
No, it was the French Indian.
French and Indian War.
Yeah.
well, you got wait a minute
George
now. Hold on,
Washington was Indian
I've
fighter.
got the Indian Wars down. Maybe they gave me it in wrong order.
No, French and Indian War.
Yeah.
All right. We'll
French
start,
were fighting with the Indians.
well, I've got down Indian Wars. That's coming up next. So I'll start with the American Revolution. How many men or women? I don't know if women fought back in those days. How many?
Yes, they did.
They might have. Yeah, they probably did.
Yeah.
How many people would you guess died in the Revolutionary War in battle? Just in battle.
Strictly American or both sides?
This is Americans who died
Right.
in battle.
200,000.
No,
Not even close. That
I'll
was
say 70,000.
No.
yeah, 50,000.
nope. In the American Revolution, now there was a lot of casualties. I mean, you can talk about like illnesses, infections, but only 4,435 men or women died in battle. Now I'm talking about in battle.
Boy, I missed
4,000?
that.
Look it up now.
Yeah, no
In
shit,
battle.
so
They
did
said-
I.
They
People-
ran.
They can fact check me because I fact checked this twice. Now,
Yeah, that's right. Do you know what? If
It
anyone
was all
wants to call in,
it was flintlocks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
oh, I mean, it was slow.
Saying
A lot of people died just because of the injury, even
Most
though
of
So,
it
They
wasn't
might have died
fair.
from blunt
Hey.
force trauma, getting beat with the butt of that musket.
right, yeah,
Yes.
more died from disease and cold
sure,
and shit.
plus infection. You remember when they would operate, but these are just
Dysentery.
deaths
On the battlefield.
On the battlefield
Well, I
during
thought
the
it's
war.
a lot more than that, brother.
Well, it is a lot. Let's say it would add up to a whole lot
I'm
more.
talking about. I mean what you're talking about. I would have
Please.
thought more died by
Oh,
gunshot. Cannons,
absolutely.
you know.
I
I would
would've
have
thought
thought that'd been
too.
higher.
I double checked this. I thought it'd be higher too, but
Yeah.
but there was a whole lot more that died in during the war, the Revolutionary
whole
War.
war, yeah.
This is just in battle. So
Right.
now it moves on to the War of 1812. Now there was a little less. How many? You guys guess? See what your guess. 1812.
guess.
I'll say 3,000.
Okay, good guess.
I'll say 20,000.
Where was what war?
1812.
War of 1812.
No, there wasn't that much at all. If there was 4,000 in the Revolution, I'd say about 6,000, if anything.
All right, let's beat you guys. The actual number is 2,260. Now
I
it
didn't even
says...
cheat either, boys.
No, that was a good guess. He was really close.
Googled it.
Yeah.
Googled
I
it.
think Les Googled. I don't think he Googled it. All right. Now, it says Indian Wars, so I'm assuming, I don't know if this means French and Indian. It just said Indian Wars.
Well,
Washington was the Indian fighter.
All right.
I got a great grandfather
that was Indian fighter here in Ohio. He died in the Battle of Blue Licks.
We're echoing for some reason. You guys
Want to make a drink?
Jimmy, Paul, why are we echoing?
Because he took
I'll
my...
be out of this question.
Yeah, all right. The Indian Wars.
Indian Wars. Les, you guess.
I'm going to say about, let's say, 1,700.
Okay, Paul, you
All
guess.
right, do you know what? Because if we're talking about from the beginning to the end, I'm going to go with 12 grand again. I'm going to go with 12 grand again.
Let's beat you again. The total battle deaths were only 1,000. I mean, honestly, if somebody wants to fact check me and call in later, please call in. Now, you guys, we're going to... Les, you won that one, so that's 2. Les has beat you guys 2 already. All right, now it moves to the Mexican-American War.
Ooh.
All right, you guys heard about it. Everybody knows about the Mexican-American War.
Yeah.
Now, battle deaths. Just in battle during the whole war. Les, you guess.
Well, that's where David Crockett got killed. Was at the Alamo. So let's see, brother. I'm going to say about 4,000.
Paul?
I'm going to go under. I'm going to say 2 grand.
I guess Jimmy's still making him a drink.
Jimmy? You going to put your earpiece in? How many people died during the Mexican-American War?
1,000.
Well, who won? It was 1,733 died of...
Me, because it's closer.
All right, Paul, you
What'd
got
you
that
say?
one. All right.
I said 2 grand.
All right.
Yeah.
Now we're going to move to the Civil War, guys. Now I got two different numbers here. I got one for the Union side and one for the Confederate side. Les, you guess on the casualties for the Union side.
They was...
Now remember, we're all Americans, but they broke it down into 2, so...
well, let's see, man. That's tough. I know
these are bigger.
total.
These are bigger numbers, guys.
Yeah, these are a lot bigger numbers.
Yeah, I know. Don't get no hints.
All right, I'm sorry.
150,000
All right, Paul.
on the north.
All right.
What was the answer?
On the northern side,
I'm going to say 150,000, yeah.
All
I'm
right.
going to say 220.
All right, Jimmy.
I was going to say 150,000.
Okay.
And one.
Okay.
Oh, he does the Bob Barker. Price is right there. He has the 1 in there.
Yeah, he threw the 1 in.
Right. The actual number for Civil War for the North was 140,414.
Wow.
So
You guys nailed that.
man, you guys were close on that one. All
That's
right.
3 for that.
That's what I thought from history.
Now let's go to the South, the Confederate side. How many soldiers died in battle on the Confederate side?
300,000.
I'll say 400,000.
And I want to say 300,000. So I'm going to go 299.99.99.
You got it. Jimmy won this one. At least Jimmy won it. Actually, you guys, this number's quite low. I thought more Confederates got killed.
No, them numbers are wrong.
There's only
No, they're right.
74,524
Like I said, it
Confederate
was like
soldiers.
450,000 people died.
No, 700,000 people died between the North and the
There's
South.
over 500,000.
But you
Yeah,
guys think
well over 500,000.
Think of all the thousands that died of infection. I'm talking about in battle. In battle.
That's right too. Again with dysentery and all the other problems that come along
the
with
numbers
the
would be higher.
chop. When they were sawing off legs and arms.
Yes.
That was the first battle they did. I mean, first war they did that.
Well, yeah, everything. I mean, I'm not. It didn't count. It didn't calculate these. These are just the men who died in battle.
On the battle.
Yeah, that
On
makes
the
it
battlefield.
All right.
Yeah, we'll give that one to Paul. I mean, to Jimmy.
74,520.
No.
Who had that one right?
I think
You did. You and Jimmy.
Jimmy did one below you, so I think Jimmy went.
Yeah, he went one below you. That's
Three
right.
for
He
me and
nailed
two
it.
for Jimmy.
Paul, you're
Yep.
behind. You only got one. All right,
I
now
got
we'll
one.
move to the Spanish-American War.
Spanish-American War. How many Americans died in the Spanish-American War?
In battle.
15,000.
All right,
I'd say 500.
Paul.
I'm gonna go. What'd you say, Les?
15,000.
I'm gonna go 4,000.
Jimmy wins this one. The number actually it was a low number, you guys. Only 385 Americans actually died in battle in the Spanish-American War.
That's what I say. That was a low shot war.
Right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that?
Yeah, but what about San Juan Hill and
Was it Teddy
shit?
Roosevelt?
Well, that's probably where most of the people died in battle.
Yeah.
Teddy-
No, but San Juan Hill was battling
Oh, Teddy
Cuba.
Roosevelt, boys.
Yeah.
Teddy Roosevelt.
The Rough Riders
Yeah.
and shit.
Yes.
That number's garbage.
Well, that's in battle. That's in battle, you guys. It's battle. Now,
Okay.
now we're getting into some different numbers. Now we go to World War One. Now, how many American soldiers died in battle in World War One? Les, you go.
Oh, I'd probably go with,
In
that's a
battle.
tough one.
In battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to say, I'm going to go back with 1,700.
Okay.
You went with 1,700?
Yeah.
I'll go with
I ain't giving no hints.
18,000.
Okay. So you went higher than Les, right?
And
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Jimmy.
I'm telling. I want to say it's like 100,000.
Well, is that your guess, or you want to? Is that your final guess?
That's it, man. That's
All
my
right,
answer. My
World War
final
One.
answer.
The total Americans who died in battle was 53,402.
Oh, man. Boy, I'm
Whoa!
All right.
Wow.
Me too.
Wow.
But I actually won that. I was the
So what is
closest.
it?
Yeah.
Two and two now? You guys
No,
all.
I got three.
No,
Them
2,
guys-
2, and 3.
Okay.
You guys got two apiece.
Now we move. Now you guys tell me if I skip a war here. World War II. Now, Les, you're
Oh, boy.
World War II battle death.
Battle deaths. World War II. Man, you had a lot of deaths because you had them.
Yeah.
In battle. In battle. Now this one I can't give you no hint.
Well, we're fighting
now
on
that-
two different fronts.
Baton Death March and that kind of stuff. Oh man, my goodness.
Yeah, we're fighting the Japanese theater and the
we
European
fought
theater.
the Germans. We fought Italians. Just so Les, it's your guess.
Oh my, 65,000.
Paul, it's your guess.
It's probably a lot more.
48.
than
Jimmy.
48,000.
Jim Bell.
I'm gonna say 100 again.
Jimmy Bell will win that one. The number was 291,557 battle deaths.
Wow.
So that was a big one, you guys.
I
What?
thought I was low on that. I really knew I was low. But
Oh, this is war.
That's when
I
we
don't
learned.
like these numbers.
No, that's the first war we learned how to
I thought-
slaughter each
I thought
other.
Vietnam had the most
Hey,
war
wait a
deaths.
minute. We got to get there now. We're going through history.
No, that's only.
All right.
I know Vietnam's. If that's
we moved from
one of
World
the
War
questions,
II.
I'm not gonna answer.
We
it.
moved from World War II to
Korea.
the Korean War. All right, Les, you guess.
65,000.
All right, Paul.
72,000.
Jimmy.
I'm gonna say 20,000.
I think Jimmy wins it. The number of battle deaths was 33,739.
Yep.
All right.
How
Jimmy's in the lead.
Jimmy in the
Yeah.
lead? So what is
Now we're in the Vietnam War.
Now we go to the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
All right, Les, you guess.
It's I want to say 63,000.
All right, Paul.
58.
All right, Jimmy.
55.
Jimmy wins. It was 47,434 men. Now, we're not
Oh,
done.
that's in battle. I know there was more that died.
Oh,
There was
yeah, you
55
guys-
back when I went to school, but they weren't in battle, probably.
Yeah, Jimmy, you're right. There was a whole lot more that died. I mean, during the war, but I'm talking in battle. So,
Oh, you got
Jimmy,
me by one, I think, Jimmy.
Jimmy, how many Jimmy got now?
I'm getting crunched.
I mean, is anybody keeping tabs?
Jimmy's winning by 5.
I like history.
Go on, Jimmy. All right, now we move to the Persian Gulf War. This
Oh,
includes
Lord.
now. Wait a minute now. Let me finish. This includes Persian Gulf War. That means Desert Shield, Desert Storm. How many you got? How many American soldiers died in battle? Persian Gulf War, Desert Shield, and Desert Storm. I think you guys will be very surprised.
2,000.
All right, Paul,
109.
Jimmy.
I want to say 50.
Well, I don't know. It's 148 Americans is all we lost. So who won that?
I win.
All right, so that
Yeah,
puts
I won
Paul
the
up
poll.
on. I hope somebody's keeping track here. Now there's now
Nobody is.
Now we've
We've given up.
Now we move to the total global war on terrorism. That was after Desert Shield and Desert Storm. How many men has died?
How do you quantify that?
This is basically invading Iraq.
This is after Desert Storm and Desert Shield. Total global war on terrorism.
Oh, come on. I'm going to say,
It gave it to me.
how do you quantify
Well, I
that?
guess they're counting IEDs would be battle. I don't know. Think about that, you guys. IED and IED, that's killed a lot of people, you guys.
I'm gonna say
You say-
30,000.
All right. Les, that was now Paul.
I'll say 9.
Jimmy.
9 what?
9,000.
I just had the number on my tip of my tongue. It was
Technical.
2,000.
The actual number was 6,915. So who won that one? Paul?
9. Me.
Yeah, it wasn't me, boy. I was
It
way
sounded like,
too high.
sounded like it's pretty even. You guys all pretty much guessed it. But,
I think Jimmy won that, boys. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, Jimmy won that
but
one.
the thing is,
Jimmy wins. Big
Yeah.
Boo.
this is
good.
just...
Thank
There
you.
was, you guys
Thank
are right. There was a lot more battle deaths. Trust me, there was many
Yeah,
more battle deaths. I mean, not battle deaths. but
First
just
of all, the
deaths.
Civil War, 700,000 people
Yes,
died.
that was a very high war.
Mostly from dysentery.
Gangrene.
World War II, 100 million fucking Russians died.
Well, this is Americans. Now we're just talking about American soldiers. We're pretty
Not to
good.
mention 6 million Jews,
Yeah, 6 million Jews. Yeah.
Oh,
which is a conservative estimate.
Yeah.
that would
They were
be
thin in the
conservative.
crowd.
But
Thin in the
if
herd.
anybody out there
I would say more like 10.
Anybody out there wants to fact check me, they're more than welcome to call in. I gave the number. It's 1-800-508-5431. But anyway, you guys, I want to move on to our next topic here, and this is something that's been going on all week. You guys know that there's 9 Supreme Court justices, and this past week, what's his name, Anthony Kennedy. Yeah, he said that he was going to be retiring. Now President Trump gets to nominate another Supreme Court justice, which I think's ultimately great. You guys, I mean, they're saying that we could possibly get Roe v. Wade overturned because Kennedy, well, he was appointed by Ronald Reagan, but he had tendencies to lean towards liberals when it came to making decisions. And
Social issues.
yeah, well, yes, he leaned liberal, and so these guys are. I ain't got nothing against somebody being old, but if Donald Trump can get somebody else young in there that can serve, 3 or 4 decades to come, we need more conservatives. I know we're losing a conservative, but the thing is, Ruth Ginsburg, she needs to retire. Trump does need to replace her with
She's going to die in office with Trump's in.
If Trump gets a second turn, forgive
Right.
it. It's a given.
Let me, you talk about patriotic quotes. Let me quote you one from Abraham Lincoln, Donald.
All right.
Abraham Lincoln said, "The worst thing I ever done was appoint Ruth Bader Ginsburg to the Supreme Court."
Oh God, that's a joke. That's a joke.
You know, it was good that he could actually admit his faults.
You know, the lady didn't even stay asleep during a State of the Union address. I
Stay
mean,
awake,
she's going to try her best to stay on as long as
She wears the pens.
To me, she'll always be Darth Vader Ginsburg.
There you go.
Well, you guys, she's 85. I mean, I don't want her to die. I'm not wishing on the lady to die. She needs to step down.
Oh, I am. No. I want to make this abundantly clear.
I am.
I am wishing she will die.
The mere fact that we'll have the court for a very
For the next
long
45, 50
Well,
years.
it's 9 people. So right now, what do we got right now? A 5-4.
5 and 4.
So if Ginsburg leaves, we'll have a 6-3, and you guys
6-3,
and that'll put us. That I'm not. Why I say conservative. I mean, I look at myself kind of as an independent, but I just think the conservatives, they have better values. You guys, they have better morals.
The majority of Americans are conservative with their money, their morals.
Values,
You become a conservative when you have bills to pay.
Oh, that ain't no lie right there, brother. All these little liberal kids, when they start paying the bills and they get older, they start leaning more to
And
the
they
right.
they look at their paycheck and they're like, Dad, what's that? Why are they taking money from that? Oh, that's Social Security. Well, what's that? That's state tax. What's that? That's federal tax. And they see their paycheck and they go, that's what I get at the end?
Welcome to socialism.
That's what you get at the
You
end.
get for living in America.
Well, because you're paying for people that aren't working.
But I don't. There's something. Maybe you guys can explain to me tonight. We've got the United States Supreme Court, but it seems to me, you guys, these 13 little what do you call them? Appellate courts we have in our country. It seems like they're running the country. They are running our country.
Yes.
Most of them's liberal.
They're no longer jurists. They're activists.
The only thing that can nullify them, other than Trump impeaching them or the Senate, the Congress impeaching them, is to get the Supreme Court totally conservative, and because they choose what they hear, the cases they hear and the ones they don't hear.
And they don't hear many a year, do they, Les?
They
should hear them all.
They should hear a vast majority of them.
They should, but they don't.
That's right.
And but now they need to be. That's the only check that is on these federal judges is the Supreme Court.
Yeah. Well, you look at the Ninth Circuit, right?
The rotten.
80-something% of their decisions are over.
Now, is that the one in California or Hawaii?
Can I get this out before I forget? 242 years.
Oh, yeah.
Hawaii
years.
That's what this independence
Our
is.
country, yeah, we're turning 240. We're a young nation, you guys. We're young.
Yeah, oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
what we've accomplished, we have went in 242 years. We are the greatest nation on this planet, you guys. I'm going to say we're the strongest nation on this planet. I don't care.
If we don't return to the foundation, we're doomed. We cannot continue in the path that we're on with this spending, the deficits, our foreign policy. If Trump don't get this ship righted, brother,
he's gonna take care of the economy, the deficit, and foreign policy. He's around for another 6 years, guys.
I'm gonna predict that he's gonna be reelected.
Look at what he's done in 2.
Yes, less than 2, Jimmy. It's less than 2 years.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jimmy. I think he's gonna be reelected. And do some great things, and
he's a two-termer.
But now the fact of the matter is, fellas, our government's run as a corporation, and we are the slaves of this corporation. You can't name me one corporation, major corporation, that has survived as long as America has. If we don't turn this thing around, we will financially collapse. We'll go back into another depression. It may not be
worse. It'd be worse, Les.
Sooner or later, it will if we start going backwards on this thing.
Go ahead, Paul.
Do you know what it is? Is conservatives need to actually rise up, and when they hear something they don't like, they say
we need
no.
To fight back.
Well,
because we're the majority. You don't have to fight. You don't have to fight. You say no. I'm not doing it.
Paul.
And you do a white lash, is what's his name? Van Jones called it.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing: that conservatives needs to become constitutionalists. There's your rub, because most of your conservatives are not constitutionalists. They're corporate people. We need to get away from this.
Well, that was the problem with Kennedy.
Yes.
Oh, no. First of all, I trust corporations way more than I trust my government.
Oh, well, that's for sure.
Don't you?
No, I trust Trump.
If we had a constitutional
I actually got trust in
It's these agencies, you guys. It's more these government agencies.
That's right.
That oversee the corporations that allow them to do shit.
These things wouldn't be happening under a constitutional government, fellas.
You're absolutely right.
No, because it would already be written in stone. You can't.
They would be hung. They would
be
prosecuted.
I want your guys' opinion on this. Our Constitution, the very First Amendment, says, that gives us a freedom of speech. Do we truly have a freedom of speech in this country? Because you can go around and you can say certain things and you can wind up in jail. So we really don't have a freedom of speech.
Not 100%, Donald.
Not when you don't say cotton picking mine. Did you catch that little tidbit?
Yeah, that's racist.
Bossing. Yeah. He's got something to do with the Trump campaign. Argue with the black guy. What do you want? Are you cotton picking mine? He says, I didn't know the guy was black.
Yeah,
you guys.
It doesn't matter anyways.
No, it's just a figure of speech.
It's a figure of speech. It's a colloquialism.
You know what? We can turn that around. I'm not a racist person, but I'm gonna say this: if you're a black American, you can get by with a lot more than a white American can.
Well, sure.
And I'm gonna tell you guys something. You may not believe me or not, but I know this.
I don't talk about black privilege.
That's what I'm going to say, Jimmy and Les and Paul. Listen to this story. This woman, I know, her husband was getting a promotion at work, and I guess he had to take a test, okay? And it was giving him the score as he was taking it. At the end of the test, it asked him what his race was. And this is what I was told. Believe it or not, he put down white. He was a white Caucasian, and 20 points got deducted off his test. So he clicked,
of course,
and it added 20 points to his test. Now, why is that, you guys, in America?
That's reverse racism. Why? That's a lawsuit.
And they don't call it discrimination?
It is discrimination.
No, it is. It's the absolute definition of discrimination.
Because of a race.
Well, they say, we're trying to level the playing field. No, you're not. You're trying
to do this. You want to break the same law to try to make it even.
To make it even.
You know what I mean? And it ain't right. If it doesn't work for you, then it ain't going to work for us.
That's right. You already tried the experiment and you failed.
Nobody wants to talk about racism, you guys. I mean, I'm telling you the truth. I mean, to me, we dedicate the whole month of February, Black History Month. Why don't we have one history if we're one America under one flag? One American history.
I agree. I don't recognize that day, that month at all as Black History Month. We should be all Americans. The problem is our political system, Don, and I've preached this ever since I've been into politics. It's not about being American anymore. I want to tell the American people that's listening to us right now, choose sides. Choose your side. Do you want socialism / communism, or do you want to be as free as you can and be on the American side? It's that simple. Choose your sides, people, because I tell you what, when you see these Antifa getting the crap beat out of them, like I just seen a film in Oregon, a video, and five big dudes beat down about 15 of them. Hey, I'm not trying to promote violence, but boys, here's what the Bible says: violence begets violence. You come at me.
Exactly.
You come at me with this Antifa crap and try to do harm to my family. Woe be unto you, brother. Because like I've said a million times, folks, I'm a peace-loving man. I'm a man of the cloth. I love God. But folks, do not, for your own sake, do not take that for, don't try to take advantage of that. Don't take that for weakness, fellas, because if we had a revolution today, I'd be on the American side, that's for sure.
Well, how are we ever going to get rid of race, you guys? We got people like Louis Farrakhan. We got Al Sharpton. We got Jesse Jackson.
The people's going to have to do it,
pot, Les. They're always stirring the pot,
and we should not allow that. And
the NAACP. We got NAACP.
No, you can't do that.
We can't.
You can't do that, Les, because you're taking away people's free speech.
Oh, no. Here's what I'm saying. The reason we can't allow it is because we don't take the bait, is what I'm talking about, Paul. We don't.
Oh, yeah.
You know, look at all these useful idiots that live on their emotion instead of living on truth. All these people in the streets protesting the ICE and abortion and all this, they live on their emotion. They don't live by truth and facts. And these Democrats, they thrive on useful idiots like that. That's what I'm saying.
Of course they do.
And there's a lot of them.
Of course they do, because they prey on the weak-minded.
I got a fact right now for all of you guys and everybody out there listening. These Democrats like Maxine Waters and Nancy Pelosi has been serving as a representative for over 30 years. They're on here crying over babies being separated, children being separated from their families. But none of them ever want to talk about abortion. I'm going to tell you guys right now, since Roe v. Wade got decided back in 1973, and this is just an estimated number, this got turned into the CDC. Do you know how many babies, unborn babies, that's been ripped away from life, that's been ripped away from their families? There's been over
60 million.
69,971 abortions since Roe v. Wade, and that's just the ones that were reported.
That actually.
Yeah, but see, I like that, because it's an overcrowded earth to begin with.
See, now,
that's America.
Why bring in unwanted babies? Why bring in unwanted babies?
This is how I look at it.
America's Holocaust is abortion.
I think it's ungodly, but that's...
I'm never having an abortion. Do I believe it's murder?
Oh, absolutely.
I do. I do believe it's murder after 3 weeks.
Do I believe?
Tell me, boys. Once the conception, once that seed is planted, where does it ever become dormant to where you kill it? It don't never become dormant. It's always living from the time of conception. It's a living cell.
Oh, yeah.
Something happens.
It's growing. It's moving.
Yeah. Well, look, I'll give you the best explanation for that ever. Jimmy, just let me get this out real quick, because it's on my mind. I got a buddy. He's a fucking ultra-liberal. Lives in San Francisco, right? Loves science and everything, right? And he was saying that it's not a life until it's born. I go, hold on. I go, if you found that embryo, like just fertilized on Mars, what would you say? He's like, what do you mean? I go, you'd say you found life on Mars.
That is great. I like that.
But so you guys agree with me that life starts at conception? I know you do.
It's
Paul?
conception.
Yes, it does.
Agree.
Absolutely.
But that's America.
Now, let me get this out, because I was rudely interrupted. You're all guys. Now, imagine if you're the ones that got pregnant instead of women. Would you, tell the people use a condom or take the pill?
Well, there's all kinds of...
Why would you get pregnant in the first place if you don't want one?
I'm not disputing that.
So it shouldn't even come down to abortion.
There's everything.
Exactly. There's a gazillion ways to stop from having a baby.
The women are using it as birth control.
I've been saying that. That's true. I hate that.
You know,
it needs to stop, you guys.
If you
use a rubber,
you accidentally get pregnant and you're
They even had the morning after, so if it was a mistake or you got horny, you could always take the morning after.
To me,
there's no reason to get pregnant.
Or adoption.
To me, that's still legal.
It is murder. It is murder.
But see, here's the thing. People, it's part of being a responsible human being. And they're killing these babies out of convenience and selfishness.
Right.
Who?
Like I said, women should take more care of their body.
That's true, but
if it was men, I think we would.
Can I get this
real
quick too? Because I find it. If I'm drunk driving and I smash into a car and I hit a woman that is pregnant, I get charged for killing both of them.
Yeah, in Ohio it's double murder. Yeah,
double murder. You're right, Les.
Yeah, it's double murder.
Double homicide.
Yeah, I don't care if she was. I don't give a shit if she was on her way to the abortion clinic to murder that child. I get charged with murder.
Here's the thing, fellas. Ask my wife.
And she doesn't.
My wife was adopted when she was an infant. She very well could have been aborted. Ask her about abortion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Just ask anybody that's been adopted how they feel about it.
Les, I got a son. He could have been the morning after pill, but she wouldn't. She refused to take it.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And I see my son, and now I feel like an idiot.
You guys, I was getting a call. I want to apologize to the caller. I think we're in too big of a discussion here. I can't take a call right now because we're into something here right now. Okay. I'm sorry to the caller, but we got into this now.
Have a call back.
Well, we got things we need to talk about.
To me, do you know what? I want you to bring up Donald Les's opinion on the death penalty.
Now, I know a lot of liberals will hit us with, hey guys, you hate abortion, but you're for the death penalty. Now, Les, you as a preacher, if a man is convicted without a reasonable doubt in this country for some heinous crime and gets a death penalty, as a preacher, are you for it or against it?
I am for the death penalty, and I'm going to tell you why, and I'll tell you the difference, and I'll make it quick, between that and abortion.
Yep.
Okay, first of all, I'll start with that. The difference between the death penalty with an adult and an abortion is you got innocent and guilt. Okay, now one's guilty. If they've taken another life in cold blood, they should get the death penalty. Not even Jesus Christ come out against the death penalty. And, and you see a lot of these Christians are out there protesting the death penalty. They need to read their Bible. And, God, in God's law to Moses, stoning was the way that they carried that out. If you've ever seen it, that's a brutal way to die. And but now, yes, I'm for the death penalty, brother. I'm for the death penalty for molesting children, molesting elderly people.
Children should be off limits to anybody. Let them live their life.
Cold-blooded murder. Death penalty, absolutely. And hey, and I can back it up if anybody wants to hit me from the religious side of it. Well, let's go to the book. What's the book say about it? A lot of these things, Donald, as a Christian, my opinion means nothing, because it's what thus saith the Lord. That's how I see things nowadays on these subjects.
Les, can I say something on the saith the Lord? The Bible was written by man for man, so how can they talk for the Lord?
That's their interpretation of it.
Well, let me ask you this. That's a known fact. That's the oldest written document that's ever found on the face of the earth. We found the Dead Sea Scrolls. We found the tins and the copper plates that it was beat out on. Somebody named me one fallacy of the Bible. Name me one thing that hurts society or that is wrong, that is not good for a society to live by.
Do you know what? That one I can't fault you on. All 10 commandments are good. They're all good.
But you guys, I want to get another point off here. We got 8 minutes left, but I don't know if you guys heard that Walmart of all stores was caught selling shirts that talked about impeaching our president. Talk about not having respect for the president of the United States. Walmart.
I think they're crawdadding on that already, brother.
Yes, they are, you guys.
Do you know what? If they're just looking for money, that's what Walmart does.
But you guys, do you believe in having a little respect for the leader of the free world? Come on, man. That's the president.
No, they don't.
Well, they put that stuff out there, like Paul said. They put that out there to sell as many of them as they can until they get caught.
They didn't sell anything bad about Obama?
Yeah, until somebody gets offended. And you know what? They should keep selling them. Because I hate somebody being offended and stopping shit. That's right.
Tell the truth.
And they should be selling Hillary for prison shirts.
Well, they won't. That's the thing. They'll sell impeach 45, but they won't say Hillary for prison. They see that it's biased, and I don't like it because it's biased.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I don't like.
Sell the other if you're going to sell one.
Oh, I agree.
And you guys, our Department of Justice, they're right now, we talked about this last week, me and Dave did last week. We talked about these people coming over here claiming asylum in our country. Well, I'm telling you right now, the Department of Justice is a report out. They're drafting a plan that would totally overhaul asylum policy in the United States. It ain't asylum to me, you guys.
Right.
It's a loophole. It's a freaking loophole.
Yeah. It's like, let me in.
We all four agree on that, can't we, boys?
We can agree on that.
Oh,
but
God,
you guys know, as soon as that came out about them drafting this new plan that overhaul asylum, yesterday it was reported that the Obama administration, what was that? This judge. There was some judge in Washington on Monday ordered the U.S. government to immediately release or grant hearings to more than 1,000 asylum seekers who have been jailed for months or years without individualized case reviews.
The Ninth Circuit again, I think, Don.
Why are they being jailed and not sent back to their country?
See, that's what I'm sorry. That's what that's what Trump wants to do. Just turn them around and send them back, and I'm all for that.
Exactly. Done. Well, they're saying they should put troops along the wall and stop them from coming in. That way, once they get on American soil, they obviously they keep saying they got rights.
They don't have no constitutional rights.
You know what I mean? Due process and every other fucking thing. No, I don't know. I don't think the Constitution.
Here's the thing: the Constitution.
No, I don't even think it says anything.
We have our government is to protect our borders.
You guys, it's against the law. That's what matters, Les. It's against the law to cross that border without some kind of
that says yes. You can come in and be.
That's right. It's illegal from the second you do it.
It's so easy.
You know what I mean?
But I'm just tired of people like Maxine Waters and all them on there. They incite riots.
They got refuge when they get over here. All they have to do is give us Southeast.
She is doing her job. She is doing her job. She's rattling her saber, and she's getting people all upset about a policy that has been used for the last 30 years.
We need to reform the law, fellas. They got basic human rights, but they do not have constitutional rights. Turn them people around and send them back.
That's what I said.
Even the babies. Even if they come over here and have a baby.
Stop that too.
That ain't your baby. No, that should not be a citizen. No, Les.
No,
they should not be a citizen in this country if their parents are not a citizen.
I agree. If they illegally come in here and have a baby, wherever they're from, that's the citizen that baby is.
All right.
You're not allowed to do that in other countries.
What do you think? What do you think about anchor babies? Do they have a right to be a citizen because they had their baby here because they crossed the border?
No, Trump, I thought, was going to get rid of that too. He's not making that a situation. He should, because they get nothing but for people from China coming over here and dropping their pregnant women off when they know they're ready. Yeah, so they could be American citizens. They're going to try to take us over that way instead of without shooting a goddamn bullet.
We got so many troubles. Les, Jimmy, Paul, our country has so many troubles right now. We don't need no more migrants in this country. We don't need them.
No, we do not.
You know what this is a result of, fellas? I can sum it up really quickly.
Go ahead.
This is all of these problems are because we are not a constitutional government.
Well, we lost that, Les.
Yeah, the republic is dead.
We're a republic. We're not a freaking democracy like everybody thinks we are.
We're not no republic, bro.
We are not.
Supposed to be.
We're a constitutional republic.
We're a corporation.
Well, you guys know what? For some reason, this show went by too quick tonight. It went by too quick.
Good. I love you guys, and thanks a lot for inviting me out, fellas.
It was great. It was great, Les, to talk to you again. I haven't got.
Well, let's hang around because I want you to. I started the show. You, Jimmy, or Paul can finish the show. One of you guys will finish the show when Jimmy's ready to finish it.
Yeah, but I enjoyed this. I miss the good old days in a lot of ways, Jimmy and Paul and Don. You know,
same here.
And I promise you guys, sooner or later, I'm gonna come up and see you guys.
No, you.
Me and the wife will take a vacation and come up to Boston or something.
And you're gonna put.
I'd love to have you here.
You're gonna have to take me to show me a good seafood restaurant. I'm gonna buy you guys dinner.
Until 3.
Oh my God, there's so many good ones. You guys gotta come here.
Yeah, I'm I look at it, like a family, and that's just like a lot of these other radio shows, these people I've never talked to and stuff. But, All
right, folks, we got about a minute.
Jimmy, Paul, I'm going to let Les end this show tonight in prayer. So, Les, if you want to pray and 4th of July tomorrow, I know, Paul, I know you don't believe, but...
All right, I'm going to sign out.
Thank you, Paul.
Les, it was awesome to have you here, brother.
Yeah, it was nice to hear you.
And I watched my
language. If you noticed.
Kill you on that job, bud.
Jimmy, Paul, thank you. Les, you in the show out, Bubba. You in the show
out. All right, Lord, thank you, Father, for this country. And, Lord, for a people that we're just as free as we can right now, but we're fighting, Lord. And thank you, God, and just... Lord, I just ask you to continue to bless this country and lead us and guide us. Lord, forgive us, dear God, of our shortcomings, our sins, Lord, and all the things that we have gotten wrong. Lord, just be patient with us, Father.
We gotta go, buddy. It's up past 9 o'clock.
Amen.
Amen. Later, you guys. Adios.
All right.